Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. I figured we could go through and I would talk about my summer TBR. Been very much in a reading slump, so I definitely want to get back into reading more this summer, especially just spending time relaxing on the beach, by the pool, by the pond, whatever, and just reading a book. So I figured we could go through my summer TBR. And then also we could go through and we could make a little bucket list for summer. So I have kind of two categories of book for my summer TBR. I just have kind of general summer ones. I have just books that don't really fit any kind of category. And then I also have summerween kind of books that I saw. The first two books that I'm going to talk about are ones that I currently have and that it's either part of a series that I've started, or actually both of them are. Both of them are part of a series that I've already started. So the first one, this is War of the Dragon. This is book number 4 in the Dragon Riders of Elantia series. I've been really enjoying this one so far. It's very similar to books like Fourth Wing. It has the war kind of college thing, the dragons, of course. So I've been really enjoying these. I want to continue reading the series. I believe there's 5 or 6. There's a lot of books for this. I don't want to read the back of this one because I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read the series yet. So the first book in the series is called Call of the Dragon. I have no idea where I put my copy, but let's just read the little blurb on here. This book says, Zara Kenrook has never wanted to be ordinary. Abandoned at an orphanage, destined for a life in the slums, she clawed her way to the top and made herself a name as one of the best treasure hunters in Elantia. But Zara hasn't gotten to where she is without making enemies. And when one of them calls in a debt, her entire livelihood is thrown into peril. Suddenly, Zara is faced with 2 impossible choices: break into a dragon rider's home and steal a priceless artifact, or lose the career she's worked so hard to build. Luckily, Zara has some experience pulling off heists, and she's never been one to back down from a challenge. But when the object she tries to steal turns out to be a dragon egg, her whole world changes. For this particular dragon is about to hatch, and once it lays its fiery eyes on Zara, her life will never be the same. I've really been enjoying that series. Like I said, I'm on the 4th book, so it's very interesting. There's a lot going on. Then the next book that I have also been reading is Glow of the Everflame. This is the 2nd book. The first one is Spark of the Everflame. I don't know where it is. I'm sure you guys can probably see it behind me on the shelf, and I'm just missing it. So like I said, I'm not going to read the back of this one in case it gives any spoilers if you've been wanting to read it, but I will read the description for Spark of the Everflame. This one is, when old secrets catch fire, everything will burn. An immortal world colonized by the gods and ruled over by their cruel magical offspring called the Descended, Diem Bellator yearns to escape her poor village. Her mother's sudden disappearance and the discovery of a dangerous secret about her past offer Diem an unexpected opportunity to enter the dark world of Descended royalty and unlock a web of mysteries left behind by her mother. With the dying king's handsome yet enigmatic heir watching her every move, and a ruthless rebel alliance recruiting her to join the growing civil war, Diem must navigate the unwritten rules of love, power, and politics in order to save her family and all of mortal kind. I've really enjoyed that book as well. So here's the second one. I want to finish this. I did start it quite a long time ago, so I might fully restart because I don't even remember. It was a long time ago that I started that. Okay, and then the next books, I don't have any of them yet. I'll either maybe listen to them on audiobook or go to Barnes & Noble, pick them up, or maybe even take them out from the library, whatever works best. So the first one is, this one's actually very popular, and I believe it's just became a TV show too. This one is Every Summer After. And this one is 6 summers to fall in love, 1 moment to fall apart, a weekend to get it right. They say you can never go home again, and for Persephone Fraser, ever since she made the biggest mistake of her life a decade ago, that has felt too true. Instead of glittering summers on the lakeshore of her childhood, she spends them in a stylish apartment in the city, going out with friends and keeping everyone a safe distance from her heart, until she receives the call that sends her racing back to Barry's Bay and into the orbit of Sam Florek, a man she never thought she'd have to live without. For 6 summers, through hazy afternoons on the water and warm summer nights working in his family's restaurant and curling up together with books, medical textbooks for him, and work in progress horror short stories for her, Percy and Sam had been inseparable. Eventually, that friendship turned into something breathtakingly more before it fell spectacularly apart. When Percy returns to the lake for Sam's mother's funeral, their connection is undeniable as it had always been. But until Percy can confront the decisions she made and the year she spent punishing herself for them, they'll never know whether their love might be bigger than the biggest mistakes of their past. So I thought that one was very interesting. I know that everyone has been really excited about the TV show or movie, I'm not too sure, I think it's a TV show, coming out recently, so I figured I would get into that, and summer seems like the perfect time since it's a very summer coded book. The next one is The Wedding People. This one also felt pretty summery to me. I was looking through on Goodreads and looking for like recommendations on there, so this is how I found a couple of these. This one says, it's a beautiful day in Newport, Rhode Island when Phoebe Stone arrives in the Grand Cornwall Inn wearing a green dress and gold heels, not a bag in sight, alone. She's immediately mistaken by everyone in the lobby for one of the wedding people, but she's actually the only guest at the Cornwall who isn't there for the big event. Phoebe is here because she's dreamed of coming for years. She hoped to shuck oysters and take sunset sails with her husband, only now she's here without him, at rock bottom, and determined to have one last decadent splurge on herself. Meanwhile, the bride has accounted for every detail and every possible disaster the weekend might yield, except for, well, Phoebe and Phoebe's plan, which makes it that much more surprising when the two women can't stop confiding in each other. So I thought that this one was super cute. I'm familiar with Newport as someone living in New England, so I love when books are kind of like themed around places that I'm familiar with. I find that super interesting. So I'm excited to read this one as well. It seems perfect, like a little summer book as well. And then I have 3 books that are more summerween coded. The first one is Magic and Mischief at the Wayside Hotel. This book felt a little bit summerween coded because it's more like a cozy book. It's not really like spooky or anything, but it's more gives like fall vibes, which I feel like summerween is part of that as well. Manager of number 5 Wayside Inn and World Travel Hub, Pax Noman has one of the easiest jobs in all of the known universes, unless you count the occasional plumbing disaster. When number 5 Wayside gets stranded on non-magical world, even Pax's trusty Wayside handbook can't help him. How is he going to reboot the hotel and keep it on its magical journey? Josie Lechuzia is a single mom experiencing debt, having parenting doubts, and tipping dangerously towards depression when an ad pops up on her phone that an apartment is available in a building she's never seen before. Pax needs a new guest to restart his hotel, and Josie needs a nudge to restart her life. In a building occupied by fairies, gargoyles, and a gnome with a bad attitude, 2 souls from very different places come together to create a home like no other. So I thought that this one was very cute, very cozy, not quite summery, and it's more like a fall book, but I love fall. So any book that is fall coded feels kind of summerween, so I'm letting it in there. Next book is more of a summerween vibe. This is called Too Old for This. This one I thought was really interesting. It's something that I haven't really seen before in a book, so I thought that would be pretty interesting. I saw it recommended, I think, online when I was looking for good summerween books. This one is a retired serial killer's quiet life is upended by an unexpected visitor. To protect her secret, there's only one option left. What's another murder? Lottie Jones thought her crimes were behind her. Decades earlier, she changed her identity, tucked herself away in a small town. Her most exciting nights are the weekly bingo games at the local church and gossiping with her friends. When investigative journalist Plum Dixon shows up on her doorstep asking questions about Lottie's past, and specifically her involvement with numerous unsolved cases, well, Lottie just can't have that. But getting away with murder is hard enough when you're young, and when Lottie receives yet another annoying knock on the door, she realizes this crime might be the death of her. Very interesting. I've never seen one. I feel like woman serial killers are more rare, so I love that. And also I think it's so interesting that it's like this is from her past and now she's just like a relatively like normal old woman. So I thought this would be pretty interesting. It seems like it might be a little bit funny as well. I'm not sure, we'll see. And the final book on my summer TBR is called The Last Thing He Told Me. This book is, okay, so here's the description. This one is a little bit more of a summerween one as well. It's a little bit of like a thriller. So this one is, before Owen Michaels disappears, he smuggles a note to his beloved wife of 1 year. Protect her. Despite her confusion and fear, Hannah Hall knows exactly whom the note refers. Owen's 16-year-old daughter, Bailey. Bailey, who lost her mother tragically as a child. Bailey, who wants absolutely nothing to do with her new stepmother. As Hannah's increasingly desperate calls to Owen go unanswered, as the FBI arrests Owen's boss, as U.S. Marshal and federal agents arrive at her home unannounced, Hannah quickly realizes her husband isn't who he said he was, and that Bailey just may hold the key to figuring out Owen's true identity and why he really disappeared. Hannah and Bailey set out to discover the truth, but as they start putting together the pieces of Owen's past, they soon realize they're also building a new future, one neither of them could have anticipated. I feel like this one sounds super cute too. I feel like it could be a little bit annoying, the fact that they like don't really get along in the beginning, because I really hate like a miscommunication trope. I don't like those, so I'm a little scared that it might have one of those, but it seems like they'll probably pretty quickly like start working together, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But I'm excited about all of these books. I feel like all of them sound pretty good. Some of them are definitely very summery, some of them are more just general books that I want to read. Some of them are kind of summerween, a little thriller, a little mystery, something like that. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to reading all of these. I'm looking forward to getting out of my reading slump and actually reading some more books. So let's move on to the summer bucket list. So the first thing on my bucket list is to go to the beach, the pool, and the pond more often. Unfortunately, last summer, Mark had to work every other weekend, so it was kind of hard to be able to go out, and then I feel like it rained a lot on the weekends also, so it was tough to get out there when we could. I think we only went to the beach one time, and it was super short because it ended up being kind of cold. So our goal for this year is definitely to go more often. We have a Cape Cod trip planned, so we're really excited about that. We'll hopefully be able to go to the beach. And also my family owns a little plot of land on a pond, so hopefully we can start going there as well, spend some time with family. My next bucket list item is to go on a picnic. Mark and I really love going on picnics. We think it's really fun. We have a whole picnic basket. Unfortunately, we don't go that often. I feel like we go like twice a year. So it's our goal to be able to go more often. Just, I feel like the whole thing is that we make it too much of a big thing when in reality you can just pack up some snacks and a blanket and go sit on the beach, go sit in the grass, like anywhere. So we're hoping to get that done more often as well. Or another recent item that I've been wanting to do is go on a bike ride. I feel like recently I've seen a lot of people going on bike rides, and I just feel like it would be so fun. I feel like I haven't ridden a bike in so long, and it's always such a good time, and it's such a good form of exercise as well. So hopefully we can get that done. The problem is I don't currently have a bike. I don't know if you can like rent a bike somewhere, but bikes are very expensive, and I'm not sure if I would use enough to warrant buying one. My next item is to have a bonfire. This is something I love to do in the summer and the fall, anything. It's really fun. I feel like it's a good time to spend with like friends and family, and it's nice when it gets a little chillier out in the evenings and you can just relax around the bonfire. It's just fun. I love it. My next item is to either go golfing or go to a place like Topgolf. I took golf lessons recently and I haven't been able to make it out to play a full round yet, so I really want to try that out. Mark really loves golfing, so I thought it would be fun something to be able to do together. I also took the class with one of my friends, so maybe her and I can go out together. We can try. I want to make it a priority to watch the sunset. I feel like that is always so beautiful, especially on a beach or on a pond or just in like a big open field. I feel like that would be really nice. I want to do that. I would also love to have like a pizza night, a homemade pizza night where we make pizzas. My parents have a pizza oven. Mark's parents also have a pizza oven, so I feel like it would be nice to just have a nice family dinner night and just make our own little pizzas. My next thing is to either go canoeing or kayaking. Again, my family has this plot of land on a pond. We have a canoe, we have kayaks there. I haven't gone in a really long time to go kayaking or canoeing, so I feel like it could be fun. It's really peaceful, especially in the mornings and the sun's like just coming up. It's not super hot yet, and you can just kind of see all the animals out, a lot of the turtles. You can see turtles all the time, and it's so cute. On that same note, I also want to try paddleboarding. I've never tried before. It seems like it's really hard. I don't know if I have like the core strength to do it. So that's another goal of mine, is to try paddleboarding, and maybe I'll really enjoy it. And my final thing on this bucket list is to make tie-dye shirts. I bought a tie-dye kit last year. I was going to make them with my sister and my cousin, but we just didn't get around to doing it. We did some other crafts instead. So I would love to be able to use it this year, make some tie-dye shirts, hang out with some friends, have just like a nice day doing like summery crafts. I feel like tie-dye is a very summery thing to do. All right, so that is it for my summer TBR and my bucket list. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below in the comments some things that are on your bucket list or any books that you're wanting to read. And I will see you next time. Bye.